If you ask the economic managers of Uganda, for instance the central bank, they will tell you likely of two numbers: that inflation is going down, now at about 7.6%, and growth will reach maybe 6%. But if you examine the situation of your household income or money in your pocket, these numbers may mean little. But the central bank admitted that inflation at 7.5%, though economically positively sounding, translates a little differently for the household.
I think it impacts the cost of living through the erosion in the purchasing power of the people's incomes. The higher the inflation, it means that the lower is the purchasing power of the income that you have. So as a central bank, we are very much interested in preserving that purchasing power of people's income, and that's by bringing down inflation. So I agree with you that the conditions are still unfavorable because of the elevated inflation compared to where we want to be, but the actions we're taking now are meant to bring inflation down to 5%.
So take note that inflation coming down does not mean that you can suddenly afford everything you previously would. No, it only means that the rate at which things become more expensive is slowing down, but things remain expensive anyway. Now, this is not helped by the countries that export oil, otherwise called OPEC, cutting their oil production to get more money, portending a possible rise in fuel prices and the accruing effects.
And also, if the cuts in the production of oil by OPEC countries take effect, then we could have higher oil prices. So that will, of course, translate into higher domestic prices, which means that inflation might actually turn out to be higher than we are currently projecting.
In effect, then, the slowing inflation really means little for the household, and most prices have not even tried to come down. That is not helped by what's happening elsewhere in the world, making things a little more tricky than they are already. So, whatever income you have, tighten your belt yet more. It is far too early to experience economic relief. Collins Muhwez, NTV Business.